You know, when you talk about hip-hop, you have to mention one of the greats and one of the legends, and we're talking about Mr. X to the Z, Xzibit. We are in his private studio. We got the call. We answered. He invited us down to listen to the album. It's incredible. This is the exclusive that you have been waiting for. That's what's coming up next on Chiefrock TV, where music, fashion, and politics collide in association with Trillvision. I'm your host, Q Nice. Let's get it. Yo, what's going on? We are back once again. We have the exclusive right now with the man himself, the legend himself, Mr. X to the Z, Xzibit. What's going on, bro?
Appreciate that, man. You know?
I got to say a couple things about the album, you know, just from the pieces that I've heard. First of all, I like the order. I like the order because it has flow. It reminds me of that classic Xzibit that I'm used to, big beat. You know, big music, your voice is very commanding, and you got something to say. You're saying something. 6 years in the making, we had talked a little bit about it before. Let's dive a little bit more into that, because the whole album, I understand, has been produced, all brain-worked right here inside your studios.
Yeah, I mean, well, first let me comment on your first comment, which I learned, give a lot of credit to Sir Jinx. Sir Jinx taught me how to sequence an album. He taught me how to listen to the strongest to the finish, but yet still have balance. And, you know, when I put this record together, I did it with no help. You know, I A&R'd it. I executive produced it. I did this album by myself. And, you know, the people that came in and featured on it were brought in because the music called for it first. And then from that point, you know, it was like, if you like it and dig it and can get down with it, then, you know, I would more than love to have you on the record, and that's exactly what they did.
Wow, that's fantastic. You were talking earlier about that you wanted it to be very organic when it came to the DJs playing it in the clubs and just playing it, you know, wherever they may be. I myself, as being a DJ, I mean, it's fantastic. I'll definitely play it. From what I've heard, it's just fantastic. How important is it to connect with your fans and also with the DJs at this point?
The middleman is out the way. You know, you used to be able to be the artist, and then you had the label, and you had to get a label rep to get any kind of service or any kind of drop or any kind of anything. Or you remember that shit?
Right.
That shit's over now. This over. It's how personable you can be with the fans. If you have some publicist or somebody speaking on your Twitter or your whatever you are, you won't be able to tell. You know what I'm saying? Because people who know me and know my wit know when I'm talking. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, either I can be your friend or I can literally ish on you. You know what I'm saying? So they know when it's me talking. So I think that the power is back in the artist's hands. You know, it's how you promote your music. It's how you go to the shows. It's how you rock the shows. It's how you talk to the fans after they've come to your show. It's how you sell your merchandise. It's how you personalize your merchandise. How you incorporate their thoughts into what you do. You know, that's what having a fan is now. It ain't just what you decide to let the label do and make you look like. It's about who you are.
Right. And you mentioned about, you know, rocking shows, and of course it goes very deep. My question to you is, with the album, as far as like upcoming shows, tours, with this particular album, will you have a live band involved in any point?
I will probably like to incorporate that into the Collateral Damage tour, which goes out the top of next year. But for the promo tour, I like to keep it light. I like for the real hardcore fans to come out and just, you know, see us just get down with the new record, you know, along with the old catalog, and just see how vibrant it is on stage. Because I love what I do. I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's a real passion behind what I'm doing. But at the same time, I don't want people to be, you know, fooled like this is a necessity. It's not a necessity. I'm doing it because, you know, I love it. The energy's right. It took a minute to, you know, about a year and a half to really put this album to where I wanted it to be. You know, and once I went out on the tour last year, saw the troops and started going to Australia and Europe, I saw, man, it's like, you look at the Royal Arena Festival, you know, Xzibit, and just Google that, and you'll see that was the first tour of last year. And you can see, man, I was like, oh, this shit is 8 years old, and he's acting like that shit came out yesterday. Like, homie, maybe there's something to this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, man, because I tell you, man, I was in a very strange place. You know, musically as an artist, personally in my personal life, I was really in a different place. And then, you know, the things that brought me around to actually doing the music, it was therapeutic. And I tell you, it feels good to hear the record back now, just listen down from top to bottom and see where I was in each specific song. I knew exactly mentally where I was, and it feels good.
My next question is, as far as like, there are so many great songs that are on this album. Do you know at this point in time which will be the first video?
The first video we released was Napalm, which is the title track to the album. It's online right now. We released it a week ago, and it's approaching 500,000 views. I mean, it's definitely from coming out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty clean. Not good. You know, so let's see what we can do once people get more traction to the record. But the first official video, the first single, is called Up Out the Way, featuring E40. And we're going to shoot that video in the next week or so. And that'll be, you know, released closer to album release date. So everything's on time. Everything is looking really good. We did a real strong online push before we actually go out and do a real world
strategy.
Right. Art of war.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this question. A year from now, let's say, a year from now, where would you like the album, where would you like to see it? Where would you like to be a year from now?
8th album will be out a year from now. Napalm will run its course. There will be a DVD called Napalm Collateral Damage. It'll be just like the Restless Exposed DVD. I don't know if you guys checked that out, but it was... Check it out. But then after that run its course, we'll put out the next Xzibit record. And then I got 2 more records, and then we're going to put together the X album, which is the Roman numeral for 10. That's always been the plan, put out 10 records. And then you guys will see. We're going to put all the records together, 1 through 10, and release it as a box set for all the fans that's been riding with me for so long.
I want to take you back for a second. What you see is what you get. The video. Who came up with the concept for that? Who directed it? It was just a fantastic video.
Right. I came up with the concept. I explained it to a director named Gregory Dark. Gregory Dark was a big porn director at the time. Real shit. And he was wanting to break into music video. It was a series of 13 shots that was put together. From shot 1 to the end shot, it was just 13 shots. But the way that we crossed and blended everything together made it seem like it was one video. And it was good because I always try to do something different with the videos. You know, my recent one was in Iraq, you know, with, you know, in Saddam's palaces at, you know, bomb sites that, you know, were not sets. So I always try to do something substantial in my videos, you know. So that was a real good time. You know, Flavor Flav was there. It was in it. You know, we blew the car up on the Miller Adams, and there was just like shit that nobody like. Who does that? Yeah, let them do it. Fuck it. No, who does that? So that shit worked. And being unique is what I'm talking about. You know, just that song came out of an original place, and then I had to put the visuals to it. I'm really hands-on with my music. So when I see it in my head, I got to be able to show you what I'm thinking about so that way you can get the music a little more.
Right. Now, is there a website or a Twitter for your fans, followers out there that want to keep up with your movements?
Yeah. Just Xzibit.com. You can catch up on the concerts, catch up on the news. You can go to my Twitter with Hear Me Talk Shit. It's at Xzibit. You can go to Facebook /Xzibit, and it's all there, you know.
That's what's up. Xzibit, man, we thank you so much for your time. X to the Z, continue success, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, peace.
Wow, can't say enough. Had a fantastic time here. Again, you know, we're inside of the exclusive studios of Mr. X to the Z, and the album is crazy. You got to make sure that you check it out live and direct with everybody that's here. We got to give a special shout out to Echoing Sounds for them doing that thing, and the whole staff. We appreciate them so much. Again, always giving you the exclusives, always giving you the red carpets. It's exactly what we do. So again, we're happy to bring it to you as always in an area that I can't say, but it's definitely exclusive. This is Chiefrock TV, where music, fashion, and politics collide, in association with Trillvision. I'm your host, and remember, as always, shoot for your dreams, shoot for the stars, and I'll see you around the world.
Yo, check this out. It's Mr. X to the Z Xzibit. You watching Trillvision.